What's around, everyone? Thank you for joining me. I was going to go live, but since I don't have 50 subscribers, I can't go live, but I'm just going to head on over to my next appointment while I talk to you guys because I don't have time to go home and make this video. And for those who are followers, thank you so very much for following me and hanging in there all these years. But my daughter happened to tell me today that the Roe versus Wade situation. So I'm like, they need to roll that situation, that conclusion, that this is what's going to happen for the whole United States and Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico away. Okay, play on those words. Because cycles do repeat themselves, as you know. History repeats itself, as you know. So all we're doing is basically just going backwards. And they know it. Don't tell me that you went to school for all these years. Don't tell me that you got this degree, that degree, you done took this, that, and the other, and you know humanity so well that 12, 20, how many of y'all it is, can make a decision for the whole entire, you know what, that just tells you how disconnected these people are, how they stay in a bubble amongst themselves and only socialize amongst themselves and only choose to see what they want to see. But here's the thing, since you know what happened back in the day, which was the reason why a lot of the states decided to make abortion legal by training, doctors, professionals, midwives, how to go about doing a abortion safely so that the mom won't have to die. Her womb will not have to be hysterectomy out in a couple years due to infections or whatever, or die before that even happens, or maybe she can't even have kids anymore because she's been sterilized because of faulty procedures. These people are supposed to pass history and they know history. Yeah, okay. Why did they come up to say, let's go ahead and do these? I mean, there's a whole backstory behind all of this, but let's just keep it at surface level what humans, the average citizen, is supposed to know, right? Because it gets deeper. And the thing is that these people have families. These people have grandchildren, and their grandchildren are going to have children. And you're going to try to tell me that when one of your descendants slips up, or one of your sister kids slip up, or one of your, and they're not necessarily slip up, it could be violation, against that woman, against that child, against that girl. But see, they're not worried about that because you know what? They got the good insurance plan. They got the good hookup. They shake hands with doctors that we don't even know, we ain't see, and we can't even afford to get to. So you're going to tell your descendants, and you're going to tell your sister descendants, and you're going to tell, your friends' descendants, oh, because of my decision, your 12-year-old daughter just going to go ahead and she's just going to have that. Your 16-year-old child who got, abused by the next door neighbor who might be a million, billion, gazillionaire, but it's still the neighbor and it still happened, got violated. But see, they don't have to worry because they could just fly. All they sister got to do, all they brother got to do, all they friend got to do is call them and be like, yo, I know, of course, they're going to go off about the law, but then they're going to turn around and say, oh, I got this doctor. Call this person, you straight. Or call this person, you good. Or go to this country and speak to this person, you good. But for the rest of the people out here, the people that you expect to show up, to vote, to care, to trust that you're going to make the right decisions for everybody. Everybody. Wow. Whatever school you went to failed you. Whatever degree you got failed you. Whatever life you live in, sheltered and delusional at that. But let's not do that, because at this point in time, they want us to get discombobulated, and what a perfect time. I was going to put happy cancer season out. You know what I mean? How I do those little posts on social media for those who follow me on social media, happy cancer, babies, and I give you a little description about Cancerian babies so you know what to look for in your child if you have your child during cancer season or you already have a cancer baby. But I couldn't even get to it because I have some teenagers based on social media telling me, and all I'm supposed to be doing is just dropping them off home from a birthday party celebrating cancer season, and here they go hitting me with this news. Oh, okay, I see. So you want to work up women emotions during cancer season, and for anybody who study astrology or anything like that, cancer is related to the moon, and if anybody know anything about any kind of female, feminine, what, it's 2022, I'm sure you come across it, how the moon is connected to your period and all that other kind of stuff, right? So women, don't get hyped, because for those who are doing who are living in the states who already have not had abortions be legal, they've been used to this fight. But for those who have been in states who have the what is a luxury now? Don't tell me they're making this a luxury. Yeah, they're making it a luxury, because those who have power, those who have the moolah, they're going to be able to get them abortions for themselves, for their friends, kids, for somebody in their family, their cousin and them. They're going to find a way, because history just repeats itself. You understand what I'm saying? So, for those who've been living in states that have, legalized abortions and stuff, yes, this is a big blow. But they want you to react like this. You know what I mean? And then they're going to put the blame on you, like always, right? Like storming the Capitol, they put the blame on the people. But you got to see what led these people up to these things. That's why I know these people are sheltered. Honey, they go from air conditioned to air conditioned. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they got tunnels to air. They listen. When I say bubble, they in a whole bubble to themselves. And all they care about is about themselves and who they can put on and what next level they can do and what next hand they can shake and who they know. And that's it. They're not worrying about everybody else, because if they was, this wouldn't be an issue. I wouldn't be hearing this for some teenagers. And then I was like, I'm not going to even believe what y'all say until I had something to do. But I had to pause myself, sit down, do some research just to see, because you know how social media is, just to see what really, like, I know Neptune is in Pisces and all that and everything, but like, my goodness, is this a delusion that I'm going to right now? Because they know what's about to happen. But let me get back, for those who are in the states who that happened, they want you to do this because this lets them know a lot about the trigger buttons. You know how somebody trigger buttons and you like to push them just to see how they're going to react, so you can manipulate this or do this way. This is exactly what's going on. It's exactly what's going on. So it's going to take some time in order for the states to all, 30-some states or something like that, to all get this rule passed, if there's any stipulations and if there's any clauses and amendments and all that yada yada crappy crap that they always, the fine lines that nobody understands. Like, what the hell is that? And you got to get a lawyer. Why you got to, you're like, can we just speak regular people talk? Roman days is over. Greek days is over. Latin days is over. Okay, let's just get to the point. They want you to go crazy. They want you to do all this. Like, they probably sitting back, chilling. They probably at the golf course, not even worrying. At the spa, chilling, like a girlfriend. They speaking with their other girlfriend who's in the same caliber or higher, saying, I had to do what I had to do. And they're like, yeah, okay, let me just take this mimosa and yeah, take this, Prozac, and everything all right. We'll get a massage and we'll forget about it. They'll adjust. Meanwhile, fast forward 10 years later, that same friend is going to be calling that friend who passed the law, saying, do you know anywhere there? Because I know you told all the states they can't do it. And she's like, yeah, girl. That's how that stuff works. But they want you to go crazy. But take your power back as women and use that energy for something else. Okay? So, yes, you can scream, holler. You can have all these fancy signs with these nice, funny logos and slogans. And, some of them slogans be hitting the point. I get it. You thought a lot about it. You spent gas to protest. You picked up your girls. You done rented a whole 12-passenger vehicle. You done got babysitters. Some of y'all got the kids out there. All that is hot. You had to buy water. The gas is all high. When your temperature is all high, y'all gonna be on blood pressure pills in a heartbeat. And most of y'all women got families to take care of. And y'all really stressing yourself out right now. Okay? So calm down for a minute. Because for those who had it in the state, it's gonna take a minute for them to write it up. See how they can manipulate things and have some spaces in between the words that could be brought up and fought up in court. You know how that go. Whatever. Take power and control about what you can do. Start with yourself. First of all, start with yourself. Start being comfortable buying condoms. Don't rely on him to bring the condoms, because men trap women too. Okay, boys trap girls too. Right? It's just not the other way around, as they want you to believe that's the way it is. I'm supposed to be getting gas when I'm talking now, but they can wait. Okay, so start buying your own condoms. Start checking the expiration dates. If they're old, throw them away. Because the rubber is going to start to deteriorate, and then it's going to start to get a little loose, and the material is not going to be so tight where sperm can possibly go through. But so far, the condom is the number one protection of, having a baby, getting pregnant. And it's $10. You can get prescriptions from it. So just go to your OB, go to your general doctor. They can give you script for it, where you don't have to come out of pocket, or you only have to pay $2 for a $15 pack. Go down to your local community center, and also like the county health center. They always give out free condoms and spermicides and stuff like that. Start teaching your younger children, even if they're not sexually active, but start teaching them, at an age where they're hitting puberty, or even before that. Yes, get your own condoms. Make sure you do not have protection, have protected sex. Otherwise, this, that, and the other. I mean, some of y'all are going to try to put the fear of your God into to a lot of kids, but that don't usually work, especially in America. They just become more promiscuous. You know what I mean? It's really become more promiscuous. So you got to be real with these kids. You might even have to show them examples and take them around to a community center, where teen pregnancy is high, or where, and hear some stories. There's a lot of stories on YouTube and all kind of different streaming systems about the struggles of being, a teen mom. Start there. I'm not telling y'all to just take a whole bunch of hormonal pills and all that to control having a baby. No, because, that leads into other things too, to be honest. But that's a whole other video. So the safest way that's not going to get you any kind of issues in the long run as far as the uterine wise, the function of the uterus is the condom. And they're everywhere, you know, and you can buy them in packs and tons, but just make sure you check the expiration date, you know. And you might want to get some referrals, which one is, a good condom for you. If you have like allergic reactions to certain things, or certain special condoms, you definitely should get a script for that, because they might be hard to come by. So the script will help you get it either delivered to you or what, I'm talking about. The second would be like a sponge, but that's like a method that people don't teach a lot, but it doesn't cause any kind of harm or any kind of danger to your uterus, as far as pumping in hormones and metals in you, all that kind of stuff. It's just you stick it in, you stick it out. So maybe you need to teach some of those methods to yourself, and some of those methods maybe to, your teenagers, because with these day and ages, you don't know if they're going to run out of birth control pills. I'm going to say it again. Especially with this whole law thing passing, I wouldn't put it past them. After this whole abortion, now it's hard to get birth control pills. So start looking into how to use sponges. Start looking into, the condoms if you've been allergic to the condoms before, and that's the reason why they got a whole lot of new lines of different condoms out there now. Okay, so start looking into that. Now, for those who are by no choice at hand, they're in certain situations where their body's being compromised. They are being, molested. They are being sexually, there's the sexual abuse is going on around them. And if you know somebody that's going on, don't turn a blind eye to it. It might be going on right under your nose. But because of family history, you decide to walk away or turn to a blind eye. It's 2022. That no longer exists anymore. That doesn't exist anymore. And these people making these laws and rules, I'm sorry, y'all. After this life, good luck. It ain't gonna be happy. Those of y'all turning blind eyes to people that's getting raped and molested, after this life, it ain't gonna be happy. So I wouldn't be so much in a rush to go, because it's not gonna be happy. And maybe even during this lifetime, you're gonna because things is karma is speeding up fast, honey, fast. And if you watch this video and that's happening to you, I know you don't want to go to the cops. Cops are not trained. They're not ready. They're not even ready for humanity. Like these judges, they don't know humanitarianism. Like these cops, they don't know what that's not what they trained for. You know what I mean? These judges, they're not trained to really understand the people. We the who? Go. Everybody needs to go. If you in office or hold any kind of power, all of y'all need to go somewhere and sit down. Now, there are other places. Yes, the Catholic Church, done. A lot of these .orgs from back in the day, done. Done. They ain't no help either. They ain't no help. Foster. They ain't no help. But there's so many grassroots organizations now online and in your community. Get to a library ASAP. Every library has Wi-Fi, and especially before they pull some old shut down stuff again. Get to a library today, tomorrow, before this weekend, and look up help. Ask the librarian. I know it can be a shameful situation, but it's not your fault. A librarian is a mutual source of information. Mutual source. She's not on either side. She's just here to say, here's the information. She might know. She might even have a flyer somewhere in the back. That's somebody who started an organization to help young people that's going through abuse in their home, young people that's going through abuse in their foster home, young people that's going through abuse, in their community, but they don't have nobody else to tell, because if they tell their parents, it's not going to happen. Abuse that's being done in a lot of these religious sanctuaries. They can't go to their mom and their father and their this. Especially when it comes to religion, because they choose religion over family. You know what I mean? So reach to your local library and ask for help. The Wi-Fi is there. They have free computers. Sign up for one. You know, you can even be a guest, you know what I mean? And sign up for one just to be a guest. And they'll give you a guest pass or whatever. But the library is free. Go in there and get you some help. Get those numbers and get you some help. And if you do not have a phone, trust me, the librarian will help you make that phone call. She will not call the cop. If you say, can you call this 800 number because there is a place in my community. We have one that's called the Ryan McMahoney Center here. But you might have other programs too that's not affiliated with the Catholic Church, that's not affiliated with the orphanages, that's not affiliated with foster care, that's not affiliated with, the Rescue Mission or Salvation Army. We gave them a chance. We gave them a chance. We've donated money time and time again. Nothing is working. So don't. There's other sources, especially since COVID. There's been a lot of people starting organizations to help other women like you. So reach out to someone. If there's a trusted teacher, even though school's out, some teachers are still there. Some counselors, nurses are still in school. Call your school. There is somebody there in the office because some schools have summer school. Even if you're in elementary, there's somebody in the office. And if you can't reach your elementary, call the high school in your community because they're open because of summer school. And ask, I need some information, I need some help. And you can tell them, please, I do not want the cop. I just need a place where I can call, where I can get some assistance and I can get some help. And it's, maybe somebody starting their own business or whatever. This sun is blinding me out here. I might have to move to another, But, oh, there we go. Better. So let me find another pump. But, yeah, so, and like I said, the community, everybody always talking about, okay, all right, let's get to it. Everybody's spiritual now, right? Everybody's spiritual, especially since COVID. Everybody's spiritual. Okay, so it's time for y'all to start standing up, okay? If you say that, y'all talking about y'all woke. I don't know if this is even better or not. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get this out regardless. Y'all talking about y'all woke and whatnot. Let's start putting some change, because if they are all about this, we need to start getting out some sex education. There needs to be some more foundations started by grassroots people, that is going to help, these females, these males. It's just not females. Let's help the males too that's being abused, sexually abused at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 5 you ain't gonna be able to say that, but you see it. It's not CPS anymore. That stuff is so old. Okay? And if you're watching this and you have an organization, put it down below. I'm not going to promote it until I check you out and I need to know who you are and whatever. But, people are smart nowadays. So if you put it down, they will do your own research. And if somebody does put it down, I don't sponsor anybody. I don't even know. I'm just trying to get information out to you guys, and what I am going to do is I'm going to put up some organizations, grassroots, as much as I can get, and put that together in some kind of blog and just keep adding on to it. But I'm going to start the blog with whatever I have, and then as more information pours in, I'll just keep adding to that blog. But at least that link will be in this video. So let's say if it's a month later, that list should get longer. A year later, that list should really get longer. So check out the website, belliosopregnant.com. Just click on the blog. It's up on the top right-hand side of the website, or if it's on your phone, it's right there on the top somewhere. But just click that, and then I'm going to do that. Now, I'm in my car, and I have an appointment. So after that, then I'm going to head home and just type up pretty much everything I said here. Excuse me. But with the exception of having information out there, because what's the point of giving this information if I don't have information to back it up for where you to go, right? So if we start working on this stuff right now, By the time they throw all these things at us, at least we got a grip. At least we can come together as a community. Even if it's I'm over here and you're like 3 states away. Nowadays, that's like around the corner to me. You know what I mean? So we can all share information, each one teach one, because teamwork, that's what's going to make all this come together. And I don't want no one to be in fear. I don't want anybody to be using all your or raising your blood pressure so much that's just getting you so worked up where you can't sleep, where you can't eat, where your hair falling out. No, let's start with what you can control. First, you can control yourself. You know, am I gonna be sleeping around unprotected or not? The government ain't making that decision for you right now, so you can decide whether or not you want to go without. But you know what happens when you go without, right? Right. Even if you have hysterectomies. I know people who got not hysterectomies, got their tubes tied. I even know men who got a little snippity snip. I know a couple who got the snip and tubes tied, had a baby at 50. That's all I'm saying. Know these things. I mean, yes, the percentage level is small, but it's like playing Russian roulette. Now, well, I shouldn't put Russian roulette like that because that's kind of sad. But you know, it's like playing the lotto or blackjack or whatever. You don't know if you are that percentage or not, if you fall into that category or not, because you don't know what the future holds. You can have an idea, you can have a plan, but you don't know what the future holds, right? So start with yourself. Are you gonna go and get pissy drunk, or high, and be around a bunch of people that you don't know? Nowadays, it could be people around that you do know. People be setting up people. You know, that whole wave that happened started a couple years ago, where your friends is setting you up, your associates is setting you up for danger. So even them, you got to be like, even if you used to getting pissy drunk and you know, giving your friend your key and saying, hey, if I get pissy drunk, I want you to take care. Hey, wait a minute now. Now you're giving too much control to other people. So maybe you do not need to get pissy drunk. And if you get pissy drunk, you in your own house. You know what I mean? And you got a good person next to you that will kick everybody out in a hot second if anything get out of hand. Because she know or he know you're not in the right mind. But start to protect yourself in that way. If you know that you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation, stop and think about that. Because now you got to start projecting these things, because it's not as easy as, oh, shoot, I made the wrong decision, so I'm going to need like $500. Or I'm going to need to be traveling 4 hours to get over here because this is where they do it. So you're going to have to really start thinking. And then even about the man that you're sleeping with. I already got a video about demon babies. So now is the time to check yourself and be like, I know I'm horny, but do I really want to, and do I really start thinking about that now? So females, you really got to start protecting your body and protecting your space and protecting your mind. Start with your mind as well. Don't let all this stuff drive you crazy. Where there's a will, there is a way for women to unite, where we'll be able to solve these issues. And it's not the politicians. It's not whether you're Democrat or Republican. It's not who is the Supreme Justice Court, high, whatever. Who cares? Who are they? It starts right with you. And then from you, spreading it on to your kids and talking about it, spreading it on to your community, hooking people up, seeing something and acting on it, not just ignoring it, like, oh, that's our problem. No, because what's going to happen is a lot of women going to die. That's what's going to happen. A lot of women are going to die, and a lot of more women are going to die, because there's women dying, you know, all the time because of pregnancy and abortions and stuff like that don't get talked about. But it's going to be more so, you know, where there's infections, where a lot of women are going to have to now get hysterectomies because of the infections, where women are now barren because they're looking for other ways in order to abort a child, because it's now illegal. And they know this because history repeats itself. This is why in a lot of states it was considered legal as long as it's from a doctor or midwife who's been trained, specially trained to do safe abortions, where her uterus is going to be intact and she is going to be intact and be able to get up and walk around within, 2 hours after sedation wears off, or 3 hours. Take it easy, but you're not scarred. Your womb is not scarred up so much. There's clean utensils and tools. So now everybody gonna be ordering abortion tools on Amazon? Let me find out. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But people say the older you get, the wiser you get. Really? That's not so. Let's change that. Let's change that philosophy. And what's going to happen, karma's going to bite their asses so much, because they got to have descendants. They have friends who families can, somebody's getting pregnant in their family. And it might be somebody who they really, really did not want to. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, I'm going to be putting out more videos. Actually, I'm working on a project right now. If you go onto the website, you see it. It's a new project coming out. And I'm going to stop doing the concierge portion, the service plans there, because I'm going to be focusing more on this new project, because now more than ever it is needed. It's been on my mind for years. And now it's just time to get it done. Okay? Because I can't just talk this talk and not walk the walk. So hopefully you will support me on that. I will let you guys know more furthermore as it develops. But to keep touch with it, you can go on to BillyOssoPregnant.com, or you can check out the social media sites, and I'll be updating you as I go on. But honey, after this appointment, I'm about to get more busier, because it's about to go down. Okay? Have a wonderful day and night, and don't worry about it. Now you know it starts with you, and now you know we gotta take care of the girls. We gotta take care of the babies. We gotta take care of the females. We gotta take care of the mamas. You understand what I'm talking about, and the future mamas. Have a wonderful day and night, everyone. You know what? By the way, I forgot to mention something. Since we are treating people like animals, why don't we do this, judges, and everybody above the judges that persuade judges to make their decision? Because don't just tell me that just y'all are the ones who making all the decisions for everybody. No, you got people above you that's making those decisions as well for y'all. So here we go. If anybody rape, molest, sexually abuse, any of that kind of stuff, any female or male, how about we spay and neuter them? No, we don't forget putting them in jail. That's just wasting too much of our tax money and stuff, and wasting too much precious space. Why tear down a tree for a criminal? We need that to breathe. They don't need to breathe. Okay? So, let's do that. Let's do tit for tat then. Let's play that game. You considered a rapist? No, you don't stay away from schools and away from the parks. You get castrated or neutered, whether you're male or female. You will have no sexual desires, no more. Period. It would be nice if there was an island we could just put y'all all on one island so y'all could just rape yourselves. You know what I mean? It'd be a whole rape fest. Since we don't want to waste that land either, we'll just castrate your asses. That's what we'll do. And excuse my language. That's what we do. You don't need air conditioning and an orange jumpsuit and sneakers with no laces and 3 meals a day and a vending machine with Gatorade and water in it and cable and letters and commissary. You don't need that shit. You don't need tampons. You don't need none of that shit. What you need to do is you need to get castrated. There you go. Get castrated. No need whatsoever. And I'm sure some of y'all got other situations, other examples of what needs to be done. But let's go there. Let's think about that. Since you meddling all the people's private parts, let's go. And the women didn't even do nothing. They didn't even do nothing but just be women. So won't you pass a law? Won't you stop all this whole mess and pass a law towards the sex offenders? Now we're going to castrate. Let's go. You know why? And I can go. Let me tell you why. Because most of their friends, their own husband, their own wives. Oh yeah, there's some wives out there that will sleep with your 16-year-old son, 14-year-old son. Yeah, y'all freaks. Yeah, y'all. But you can cover it up with good lawyers and who you know and what you know. And that moolah. Or whatever. Shares, 51% shares, whatever.